Why is the president borrowing 1.7 billion from World Bank?
He also said that they have stopped borrowing.
Maybe that is not correct. I just gave you that figure now. Why is the president? Why did he borrow 1.7 billion dollars from the World Bank? Why, as the Senate approved 21 billion dollars so far, and with many others coming for consideration? Many others are still coming for consideration.
But Mandy,
this government is one of the most reckless governments in the history of this country.
How do you mean?
The president who said he wanted to come and curb wastages bought a yacht. That yacht that the president bought has never been to the perimeter, territorial area of Nigeria. It's between Monaco and Paris. And what do we need a yacht for? In a time of austerity, in a time of pervasive hunger like this? The president also, within few months in office, bought a presidential jet that cost Nigeria billions.
No, he said it was a gift.
I am telling you that it was purchased. Gift by who? Gifts are to be declared. Gifts are to be declared. A president who gets a gift, why was Tom David West removed from office? It was because he got a gift of a gold wristwatch that was not declared. If you have a gift, declare who gave it to you. And they called it a gift because the money used in the purchase of that aircraft was not appropriated by the National Assembly. That is why it was tagged a gift. Then, again, since Tafawa Balewa, Azikiwe, up down to Buhari, every president and prime minister in this country used Mercedes-Benz S-Class as their official vehicle. The president is using a bomb jammer Mercedes-Benz, the same type that Trump is using in America. And you say you want to curb wastages?
But you know, you're not different. Hold on, Dino.
If you allow me land,
hold on.
I don't want my thoughts distorted on this particular line.
Okay.
And again, the same president, in the 8th Senate, the budget of the National Assembly was 150 billion. From 150 billion, today the president have increased the budget of the National Assembly to over 370 billion in order to make them a parastatal or department of the villa. So a president who said he was coming to curb wastages, who said he was coming to renew hope. I can catalog all this. Bought a yacht, bought a Cadillac, bought an aircraft, increased the money of the National Assembly, and I've borrowed like no other president in history. If you are making more money, then why are you borrowing?
Well,
to the extent that the Speaker of the House of Representatives today,
I read it. He was
is also concerned, despite he's a member of the APC.
I read that he was talking about
and
how
we will not be surprised if the president start borrowing from OPE and money points very soon.
Well, I understand that Dino is talking from the place of opposition. Yes, that is correct. But then, let's think about this. On a serious note, this borrowing that this government is borrowing, is it not so much? Like, I say, let me ask these questions. Isn't this government borrowing too much? With all the taxation increment in every aspect of our life, and yet the government is still borrowing. But seriously, why are they still borrowing? There's an increase in petrol, there's an increase in taxation, the bank taxes, tariff, everything is on the high side. The electricity, mention but few. What are we using in these nations that we are not being taxed about, that we are not being, that we don't pay VAT or even, what is it in this country that we spend that we don't spend on? And then the borrowing, that is really where I am getting it so perplexed. Like, seriously, the borrowing is just so much. And you are not seeing the input of this borrow. You are not seeing the essence of this borrowing. What are they using it for? Like, P2B will always cry that it's not bad to borrow, but what you are borrowing for. If you're borrowing for consumption, it becomes very, very bad. And this government is actually borrowing for not for consumption.